On a quiet Saturday morning in February 2008, a Lane Bryant clothing store in Tinley Park, Illinois, became the scene of a horrifying mass murder. What began as an ordinary day of retail turned into a nightmare as 5 women were bound and executed in the back of the store. One woman survived the attack and provided a description of the suspect, yet more than 15 years later, the Lane Bryant massacre remains unsolved. Despite widespread media coverage, police sketches, and countless tips, the identity of the killer continues to elude investigators. On the morning of February 2, 2008, the Lane Bryant store in the Brookside Marketplace shopping center opened its doors like any other day. Inside were store manager Rhoda McFarland, employees, and a few customers. At approximately 10 a.m., a man entered the store under the pretense of shopping. Soon after, the situation took a dark turn. The man brandished a handgun and ordered the 6 women inside, 4 customers and 2 employees, into the back room. He bound them with duct tape and forced them to the floor. What happened next stunned even seasoned law enforcement professionals. The man shot each woman at close range, execution style. 5 of the women died at the scene. Rhoda McFarland, 42, the store manager. Jennifer Bishop, 34. Carrie Hudek Chiuso, 33. Sarah Szafranski, 22. Connie Woolfolk, 37. The 6th woman, whose identity has never been made public, miraculously survived. She provided police with critical information about the shooter's appearance and behavior. Based on the survivor's account, police were able to create a composite sketch of the suspect. He was described as an African American male, approximately 25 to 35 years old, with a medium build and cornrow-style hair that had small green beads at the ends. He reportedly spoke calmly and clearly, and seemed composed throughout the ordeal. The sketch was widely circulated in the media and displayed on billboards, flyers, and news programs. Authorities received thousands of tips from across the country, but none led to a positive identification. The motive remained murky. Though initially thought to be a robbery, very little money was actually taken. The level of violence used far exceeded what would typically occur in a store theft. The investigation into the Lane Bryant shootings was intensive and involved multiple agencies, including local police, the FBI, and Illinois State Police. Surveillance footage from nearby businesses was collected, forensic evidence was processed, and behavioral profilers were brought in to create a psychological profile of the killer. Despite these efforts, investigators encountered numerous challenges. While physical evidence was recovered, it did not match any profiles in existing law enforcement databases. Though nearby cameras captured activity in the parking lot, none captured the moment the suspect entered or exited the Lane Bryant store. Some individuals reported seeing a suspicious vehicle or person in the area, but none of these leads could be corroborated. The initial belief was that the crime was a robbery gone wrong. However, very little money was taken, and the calculated manner of execution suggested a different motive. Some have speculated that one or more of the victims were specifically targeted, with the others killed to eliminate witnesses. However, investigators have never publicly confirmed this theory. Given the cold and methodical nature of the attack, some believe the killer may have been a serial offender. Yet no other crimes have been definitively linked to the Lane Bryant case. The lone survivor's identity has been kept confidential for her protection. Her testimony and the suspect description have been instrumental, though living with the trauma has undoubtedly been incredibly difficult. Lane Bryant and its parent company, Charming Shops, Inc., offered a $100,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. Despite all efforts, the case remains open and active. Anyone with information is urged to contact the Tinley Park Police Department or submit an anonymous tip.